A woman named Bryana testified, right, that Diddy held her over a balcony. Tell me about that.
Object. 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 That shit did not even make it in the courtroom, bro. They objected to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, for whatever legal thing, it was a lawsuit that was civil that was going on. And they could not bring that into court. You only know that and because of the content creators who was there and people like me who was there who heard the stuff, it got objected to and they couldn't even bring that into court. But you know what? The prosecutors were like, yeah, we know they was going to do that. So we going to go a whole nother route. And they got it in there. I'm going to tell you how they got it in there. Because they tried to make Bryana seem like everything she said it was lies because of her drug use. Her still wanting to be around Puff. You understand? Her still going out to parties with them, even after she said he choked her, he beat her, he did this. But people got to understand this. Until you around in that whole atmosphere with those people, you don't understand that the man that's the goal, has all the gold, makes all the rules. Now, see, people don't understand this, and let me break this down to you, bro. If Puff hates you, everybody that you made friends with, everybody that knows you, they hate you. They can't show you that they love or got love for you. Do you understand that? Those people in that industry clique, they'll go out on Mondays and Wednesdays and everything, have parties. If Puff ain't fucking with you, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. So now, when them girls make up to him, it's not just for them to make up to him. It's to show everybody that's around that me and Puff is still cool so they can start back treating you cool. This is crazy to me, bro. I don't even understand why they give a but that's how it is, bro. That's why those people keep running back to him because they know if he don't fuck with them, nobody's gonna fuck with them in that industry around there. Whether it's parties, whether it's work, socializing, none of that. So when he hung the girl over the back balcony, that couldn't get into court because it was a civil suit that was pending or did like that. You understand what I'm saying? So they wouldn't let it in there. So what the prosecutors did was they got the text messages in there. So when y'all hear the news people out there, well, Bryana was lying. She was not telling the truth. She didn't remember this. She didn't remember that. Puff personal assistant KK and Cassie was texted on 9/30/2016 when it happened. Was texting. Yo, he put on, KK, we're going to take care of it. We're going to make sure everything's okay. We're sorry. He was drunk. He was high. We're going to make sure she be compensated for her injury. All that shit, bro. All that shit is in text messages, and the prosecutors got the text messages in there. So now the jury might not see, you understand? Can't hear Bryana part of it, but they can hear the text messages because there was a civil suit. You understand? And he was paying her millions of dollars for doing that. So all these content creators, all these news people that said the girl was lying, she couldn't have been lying because the text messages don't lie. They brought in a federal computer analyst who got the text messages out of Cassie and old girl's phone that states that they was talking about it in September in 2016, bro. The prosecutor got bombed for that. Now the jury gonna look at it like, yo, they were trying to make this girl out a lie, but they was telling this lie in 2016, and not one person said that was a lie back then, but all of a sudden in 2025, it's a lie? The prosecutor cooked their ass on that one, bro. Cooked them. They got the text messages that show, that told the story that Puff did hang the girl over the balcony, was choking her the whole 9 yards, and they was trying to put a civil suit or stop her from doing a civil suit so they can pay her off, and sign an NDA just like they did the security people. Just like they did the security people, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't know all that, man. Because what I was hearing online was she got exposed for lying.
Bruh, they was trying to say the young lady got exposed for lying because the young lady was been taking medication, been taking drugs, the whole 9 yards. But there's text messages from Cassie and Puff personal assistants that told the truth. They told the truth. Why would they be lying in 2016 about that happening? Why would they be lying? Right after it happened. Right when it's happening. And that's the point that prosecution made. Bruh, through this whole trial, and the girl was talking about pink cocaine, ecstasy, mollies, some pills that they ain't know what the hell it was. Drugs, bruh. The drugs will change your whole life. Here go a guy, a kid that not use drugs, wouldn't smoke weed. He got out there, and not only he got drugs, he got drunk on power. By him being drunk on power and using drugs, he wasted his whole life away. We're going to see the beginning and the end. This is the first time, bro. This is the first time in our lifetime we're going to see an individual that was on top of the world, had everything that they also dreamed of, and going to lose everything that they dreamed of. You can't make this shit up, bro.
Yeah, it gotta be the drugs, man. If you hanging people over balconies, you can't be in your right mind. But I want to ask you about D-Rock and a guy named Paul. Like, I'm hearing these testimonies and their names keep coming up.
Bro, that's why either D-Rock and Paul, they either going to be a co-conspirator. The prosecution may have their testimony sealed, whereas they may not have to come into court or whatever like that, or they may bring them into court or whatever, or may have some kind of sealed affidavit or whatever from them. But they're gonna have to either testify or be a co-conspirator. Now they said KK is a co-conspirator. They mentioned that in the courts, that his personal assistant KK is a co-conspirator. So how can D-Rock not be when he was mentioned way more than she was? They was mentioned almost in every testimony, bro, that people gave. They was talking about Paul or D-Rock, Paul and D-Rock, or D-Rock and Paul. So it ain't came up yet. Either they're going to be co-conspirators or they're going to have some kind of sealed affidavit or sealed testimony or something against Puff. They got to. They got to bring them in some kind of way. It's too many people that talked about them, bro. And these are the same two people, D-Rock and Paul. These are the same two people that when people talk shit about Gene Deal, these are the same two people that let Big down. Let's get into it, Mighty. These are the same two people that let Big down. D-Rock convinced Puff. Puff had D-Rock convince Big to come to that party that night. Paul was D-Rock. Paul was fucking Big security. Uncle Paulie was Big security. These same two people, you see them help destroy fucking Big because they didn't do their job and didn't do what they were supposed to do that night for Big. Now they finna destroy fucking Puff ass. They didn't stop him, bruh. They didn't stop him. When he was doing that shit, Paul telling people one of the security bird, oh, me and Puff was friends from childhood. Fuck up out of here. You ain't stopping them from doing stupid shit. You ain't stopping them from beating no girls. You ain't say, yo, my man, you fucking drugged up out your mind. You need to stop doing that shit. What is wrong with you? They didn't do none of that, bruh. D-Rock only know him through Big. So I don't expect that from D-Rock. But then I expect D-Rock to be a man and say, yo, my man, you can't be beating these girls like that. You making us look bad, bruh. What is wrong with you? I'm not working for you. You doing that shit. That nigga Paul was around when Puff wasn't using drugs. Yo, stop that nigga, bruh. Don't let that nigga do that shit to himself. These are the same two motherfuckers that the night Big got murdered played a role in it. Played a role in it. Paul not doing his job right. D-Rock getting Big there when he was told not to. Now look, same two people that didn't stop Puff, who had been around since the Notorious Big. And look at him. Bruh. He was responsible for bringing Biggs to that party when he was told not to. There's enough people out here that know that he was told not to bring Big to that party. Big was supposed to be in London. He got Big to that party because that's what Puff wanted Big at. Paul was told as a security personnel, they coming to get us tonight, bro. So you got to be on alert. If Big is your principal and you're responsible for Big, you got to put yourself in between, in the middle of every threat possible. And Paul didn't do that. If Puff is your principal and he your childhood friend, when do you grab this motherfucker by the collar and say, man, put the drugs down, go get some help? What is wrong with you? There's no way in hell or heaven I would allow that kid to do that shit around me.